We will discuss HSN under GST. I, CS Adbir Singh, welcome you on the YouTube channel of taxhill.com. Topics that we will cover today are: what is relevance of HSN code in GST of India, what is HSN, why HSN code is used, how many digits are used in HSN code, how to interpret HSN codes, what is the structure of HSN, rules for interpretation of HSN. Let's first discuss what is the relevance of HSN code in GST of India. Under GST Act of India, goods will have to be classified on the basis of HSN. GST rates are specified on the basis of tariff heads in the custom. As per the notification number 12 of 2017 central tax rate dated 28th of June 2017 and notification number 5 of 2017 integrated tax rate dated 28th of June 2017. Registered persons having annual turnover in the preceding financial year as specified in the column 2 of the table below shall mention the digits of harmonized system of nomenclature, that is HSN codes, as specified in the corresponding entry in column 3 of the said table in a tax invoice issued by him under the said rules. इस प्रकार यदि कोई व्यक्ति की टर्नओवर 1 करोड़ 50 लाख तक है तो उसको HSN कोड मेंशन करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। यदि उसकी टर्नओवर 1 करोड़ 50 लाख से लेके अप टू ₹5 करोड़ है तो उसको 2 डिजिट्स तक HSN कोड अपनी टैक्स इनवॉइस में मेंशन करना है। यदि किसी रजिस्टर्ड पर्सनस की टर्नओवर 5 करोड़ से एक्सीडिंग है तो उसको 4 डिजिट्स तक अपना HSN कोड अपनी टैक्स इनवॉइस में मेंशन करना है। Let's discuss what is HSN. Harmonized Commodity Description and Coding Systems, generally referred to as Harmonized System of Nomenclature or simply HSN, was developed by World Customs Organization, that is WCO. Why HSN code is used? This is an international nomenclature standard adopted by about 200 countries to ensure uniformity in classification in international trade. How many digits are used in HSN code? Harmonized system provides commodity/product code and description up to 4 digits levels and 6 digits, that is subheading levels. Member countries of World Customs Organizations are allowed to extend the codes up to any level subject to the condition that nothing changes at the 4-digit or 6-digit levels. India has developed 8-digit level classification to indicate specific statistical codes for indigenous products and also to monitor the trade volumes as per chapter 4 para 2.2 of the Custom Manual 2011. Whether HSN codes are amended. HSN is amended periodically in a cycle of 4 to 6 years, taking note of the trade flow, technological progress, etc. Member countries including India are under obligation to amend the tariff schedules in alignment with HS as per chapter 4 para 2.3 of the Custom Manual 2011. How to interpret HSN codes? For the purpose of uniform interpretation of HS, the World Customs Organization WCO has published detailed explanatory note to various headings and subheadings. WCO in its various committees discuss classification of individual products and gives classification opinion on them. Such information, though not binding in nature, provides a useful guidelines for classifying the goods. How to interpret HSN codes, that is, how these codes are to be read. Let's discuss the structure of HSN code. Let's take an example. Section 1 deals with live animals, animal product. You will see 010420. 01 stands for chapter, that is live animals. 04 stands for heading, that is live sheep and goats. And 20 stands for subheading, that is goats. So you can see that here is a section, then the name of the section, then the chapter is mentioned, then heading is mentioned, and then subheading is mentioned. So we can say that first section is mentioned, then chapters is mentioned, then heading, and then subheadings. We have to remember the section notes are given at the beginning of each section, which govern the entries in that section. These notes are applicable to all chapters in that sections. Similarly, chapter notes are given at the beginning of each chapter, which govern the entries in that chapter. Some chapters are divided into subchapters. Then we can say that they are the section, chapters, headings and subheadings. There are 21 sections, 99 chapters, approximately 1200 headings, approximately 5000 subheadings. What are the groups of goods in HSN? Like animal products section 1 covers chapter 1 to 6, vegetable products section 2 chapter 6 to 14, animal or vegetable fats and oils section 3 chapter 15, prepared foodstuffs beverages section 4 chapter 16 to 24, mineral product section 5 chapter 25 to 27, product of chemicals and allied industries section 6 chapter 28 to 38, plastics and rubber and their articles section 7 chapter 39 to 40, raw hides and skins, leather and articles section 8 chapter 41 to 43, wood, cork, straw and their article section 9 chapter 44 to 46, pulp of wood, paper, paperboard and articles section 10 chapter 47 to 49, textile and textile products section 9 chapter 50 to 63, footwear, headgears, umbrellas, article of human hair section 12 chapter 64 to 67, article of stone, plaster, ceramic, mica, glass section 13 chapter 68 to 70, pearls, precious metals section 14 chapter 71, base metals and articles of base metals, iron, steel, copper, nickel, zinc, tin, extra section 15 chapter 72 to 83, machinery and mechanical appliances, electrical equipments and television extra section 16 chapter 84 to 85, vehicles, aircrafts, vessels, associated transport equipments section 7 chapter 86 to 89, optical, photographic, medical, surgical instruments, clocks, musical instruments section 18 chapter 90 to 92, arms and ammunition section 19 chapter 93, miscellaneous manufactured article like furniture, toys, textile section 20 chapter 94 to 96, works of art, collectors pieces, antique section 21 chapter 97 to 99. Let's understand structure of HSN in custom. A-digit classification in customs. All goods are classified using headings. A-digit system. These are called headings. Subheadings. Further 2 digits are added for subclassification, which are termed as subheadings. Tariff items. Further 2 digits are added for subclassification, which is termed as tariff item. Here you can see that there are the 8 digits and the custom rates are mentioned here against these tariff item. Rate of custom duty is indicated against each tariff item and not against heading or subheading. Coding of dashes. Single dash at the beginning of description of any article in tariff indicates a group. 2 dashes at the beginning indicates a subgroup. The single dash indicates primary classification of article covered by the heading. while double dashes is the sub-classification of the preceding article which has single dash. That is, it is a sub-classification of primary classification. Triple dash and quadruple dash indicates sub-classification of immediately preceding description of article which has dash or a double dash. In other words, a single dash or double dash may be followed by either 3 dashes or 4 dashes. Both 3 dashes or 4 dashes are used to indicate a digit classification, that is tariff item. As you can see on your screen, the horses comes under this heading: live horses, asses, mules and hinnies. And then there is a sub classification of horses, that is pure breeding animals and others. And then there are the sub classification of others, horses for polos and others. So these are called the tariff items. Standard unit of quantity. Third column of tariff is a unit which is a unit of measure. The unit of measure indicated by abbreviations. Some abbreviations are as follows: U for number, cc for cubic centimeter, cm for centimeter, g for grams, g/cm cube, gram per cubic centimeter, L for liter, m for meter, mt for metric ton, t for ton, tu for thousand in number, vol means volume, w means watt. In many cases, these units are impractical in trade. Rule for interpretation of HSN are given in the HSN itself. These are termed as general interpretive rules. Section notes and chapter notes have overriding effect. Classification is to be determined only on the basis of description of the heading read with relevant section or chapter notes. Since these notes are part of the Act itself, these have full statutory, that is the legal backing. When to apply rules? General interpretive rules are to be applied for interpretation of tariff if classification is not possible on the basis of tariff entry and relevant chapter notes and section notes. Rule to be applied sequentially. The rules are to be applied sequentially. Rule 1 gives precedence to section notes, chapter notes while classifying a product. Titles are for reference. The title of section or chapter cannot be used for classification. The title of sections and chapters are provided for use of reference classification as and have no legal importance. If ambiguity persists, find out which heading is specific and which heading is more general. Prefer specific heading as per Rule 3A. If mixture and composite goods consisting of different material or different component cannot be classified based on above rule, that is Rule 3A, it should be classified as if they consist of the material or component which gives it their essential character as per Rule 3B. For example, if a set consists of drawing instruments 90.1, pencil sharpener put up in a leather case, classify under 90.17, that is drawing instruments. If both are specific, later the better. If two or more headings seems equally possible and the dispute cannot be resolved by any of the aforesaid rules, if both the headings appear equally specific, the heading which occurs the last in numerical order is to be preferred, that is later the better as per Rule 3C. If product can fall under 4406.90 or 4408.90, classification under 4408.90 would be appropriate heading for classification. Classification of packing containers and packing materials. As per Rule 5, cases for camera, musical instruments, drawing instruments, necklaces etc., specially shaped for that article, suitable for long-term use, will be classified along with that article, if such articles are normally sold along with such cases. Further, packing material and containers are also to be classified with the goods except when the packing is for repetitive use. This provision is made to ensure that the packing and the goods are charged at the same rate of duty. In Printopack, SSC was placing sugar cone, ice cream cone in aluminium foil cone. It was held that aluminium foil cone is used only as packing and the entire goods will be classified as ice cream cone only. Part of part is a part of whole, part of part is a part of whole, tire is a part of cycle, valve is a part of the tire, hence valve will be treated as part of the cycle. Part of a cycle tire is a part of cycle as per CC versus MPI Limited 1990 case law. Goods can be compared at the same level only. Subheading can be compared only at the same level. Rule 6. This means that if one heading contains 5 to 6 subheadings, these subheadings can be compared with each other. However, subheading under one heading cannot be compared with subheading under different heading. Thus, first heading has to be decided and then one of the subheading within the heading has to be selected. Relevance of end use in classification. End use at the hands of the purchaser is not concern of the SSC and cannot be consideration for classifying the goods at the hands of the manufacturer. In Mysore Agro Service Center versus State of Karnataka, it was held that the lime, a chemical, cannot be classified as pesticides only because some purchasers use it as a pesticide. In this case, it was rightly observed that if tax is levied depending on the purpose for which it is purchased, same article may be taxed at different rates. That cannot be the legislative intention at all. Dictionary meaning / technical literature. Apex Court in Indo-International Industries, that is the Supreme Court, held that in interpreting item in statute like Excise Tax Act or Sales Tax Act, where diverse product articles and substances are classified, resort should be had not to be the scientific and technical meaning of the term and expression used, but to their popular meaning, that is the meaning attached to them by those dealing with them. If any term or expression has been defined in the enactment, then it must be understood in the sense in which it is defined, otherwise common parlance or commercial parlance has to be obtained. Words used in tariff are to be understood in the sense these are understood in the trade. This is trade parlance theory. The trade parlance is more important than dictionary or technical meaning unless the word is specifically defined in the tariff itself. Classification of incomplete or unassembled goods. Any reference to complete goods also include incomplete or unfinished goods. If such incomplete or unfinished goods have the essential characteristic of finished goods as per Rule 2A first part, the heading will also include finished goods, removed, unassembled or disassembled, that is in semi-knocked down condition or in completely knocked down packs as per second part of Rule 2A. Example, bicycle without saddle and tire will be classified as bicycle. Passenger coach not fitted with seats will still be classified as passenger coach. Unassembled finished goods. Second part of Rule 2A of General Interpretation Rule further provide that the heading will also include the finished goods removed, unassembled or disassembled, that is in semi-knocked down condition or completely knocked down packs. Sometimes a good cannot be dispatched in fully assembled conditions. These are dispatched in semi-knocked down or completely knocked down condition and assembled at site. As we saw in the previous chapter, in such cases, assembly at site does not amount to manufacture. These goods are in fact fully manufactured in the factory itself. These are sent in a semi-knocked down or completely knocked down condition only for the convenience of transport. Classification of parts. Broadly, parts suitably solely for a particular machine generally fall in the same heading number in which the main item falls. However, there are many exceptions. Part of general use are not to be classified as part of any particular machine. Part of general use are to be classified in their respective specified heads and not to be classified under the heading of the machine where they are used. Parts are to be classified as part if separate heading is available for parts as per section note 2 to section 16 and section note 2 to section 18. For example, there is separate heading for part of engine. Various articles as specified in note to section 16 and 17 are not to be classified as part of any particular machine. For example, article of leather, belts, tools and appliances, instruments, clocks, watches, etc. Following are the steps of classification of product as per general interpretation rules. The title of sections and chapters are provided for ease of reference only. For legal purposes, refer to the heading and subheading. Read corresponding section notes and chapter notes. Rule 1 of General Interpretation Rule. If there is no ambiguity or confusion, the classification is final. You do not have to look to classification rules or trade practice or dictionary meaning. If classification is not possible, then only go to the General Interpretation Rules. These rules are to be applied sequentially. If the meaning of the word is not clear, refer to the trade practice. If trade understanding of product cannot be established, find technical or dictionary meaning of the term used in the tariff. You may also refer to the BIS or other standard, but trade parlance is most important. If the goods are incomplete or unfinished, but classification of finished product is known, find if the unfinished item has essential characteristic of finished goods. If so, classify the same in heading as per rule 2A. If ambiguity persists, find out which heading is specific and which heading is more general. Prefer specific heading, rule 3A. Following are the steps of classification of product as per general interpretation rules. If problem is not resolved as per rule 3A, find which material or component is giving essential character to the goods in question. Rule 3B. If both are equally specific, find which comes last in the tariff and take it. Rule 3C. If you are unable to find any entry which matches the goods in question, find the goods which are most akin. Rule 4. In case of mixture or set 2, the procedure is more or less same except that each ingredient of the mixture or set has to be seen in above sequence as per rule 2B. Any reference to a material or substance includes a reference to mixture or combination of that material or substance with other material or substance. Packing material is classified along with the goods except when the packing is for repetitive use. Rule 5. Books on GST tariff has been released in September 2017, that is GST tariff with commodity service index by Taxman. You can refer to this book by clicking on the link given in this YouTube video description. Another book that has been released in September is GST e-way bill. You can refer this book by clicking on the link given in this YouTube video description. Another book that has been released is new on GST reverse charge and composition scheme. Refer to the link given in this YouTube video description. GST manual has been released 5th edition 2017 by Taxman. Refer to the link given in this video description. For the latest and best books on GST and reference material on GST, click on the link given in this YouTube video description. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for GST update and like and share it if it added value. Visit to my website taxhill.com for regular GST updates.